Hi everyone. Is this film stronger than the last film? Or Sith happens again? Shh, it's shit happens, not Sith happens. Because there's shit. Oops. Well, we got to find out about this film. Let's go check it out at DPR. Alright. Hi everyone, welcome back to another DPR review. I'm DPR, and we're going to be reviewing another Star Wars classic. Well, sort of. Yeah, I wish it was a bit more of a classic thing, but it's okay though. It doesn't have to be if it doesn't want to be, but still. Anyway, so we're going to talk about Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. This is the second movie of the prequel trilogy, and second of the 11 film series for Star Wars. So, what's it about? Well, actually, first of all, we're going to tell you that it was released on May 12th. That's when they premiered first, and then May 16th, 2002. They spent $150 million budget and made over $653 million. It may not be the highest grossing of the Star Wars franchise, but still, can't beat that for after $150 million budget. So, what's this story about? Let's go find out. 10 years after the fight of Naboo, former Queen turned Naboo senator is being hunted by a bounty hunter. The thing is though, when she got out there, it was her decoy. Unfortunately, decoy did not make it after that. So now she's been hunted. So the Jedi Council had decided to have two Jedi, Padawne and Master Anakin Obi-Wan, to help protect her and find out who's trying to kill her. But the Separatists have increased to the galaxy, so the Supreme don't want the public to split into two. While the investigation is going, Anakin became a protector to Padme and took her back to Naboo. During that investigation as well, a planet named Kamino created a clone army of Jengo Fett to help the Republic. Can they stop the Separatists and end this war? Can Anakin Deep Love Padme? Will C-3PO be fully fish? Will Christopher Lee is the awesome Count Dooku? Well, we're going to find out about that now. Well, all I got to say is about the story here is that two Jedis try to do the best they can in order to stop the Separatists from growing. Well, unfortunately, it got worse. So they decide to Separatists form an alliance in order to make clone droids in order to conquer the galaxy. Unfortunately, they decide to have the clone troopers that look like from Jengo Fett in order to try to help the Republic, so that way they can end the aggression before it gets worse. And let me tell you, that's not an easy thing to do. That's for sure. So, the thing is, Judge Big so good. Good news is he's actually in a more important role this time. So instead of just being just silly on that one, especially after some critics were having problems with his last film. So George Lucas tried to fix his mistakes, so he did. Actually, the film is definitely a huge improvement over the last one. Jar Jar Binks that's being silly. They didn't have Jake Lloyd as Anakin. Unfortunately, which I'll give you a tiny little trivia. After the film release, he tried to get roles for his career. Unfortunately, no one wants him. And actually, after winning that Razzie Award, or actually, Bad Movie Awards, yeah, things got from bad to worse. So he decides, like, you know what, that's it. Screw it. I'm going to burn all my merchandise and then don't give a shit about Star Wars anymore. So, unfortunately, that really happened. It was pretty sad, though. I feel bad for the kid, though. I don't think he's a bad actor, but the way they made him do that, make him an even worse actor. That's sad. So, but what you gotta do? What you gotta do? But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So, for story wise, they do have some issues, like the teen romance a little bit, maybe off-putting for some points, but that's the only thing that downs me. But under developing the characters from the long movie and just only focusing on the visual effects and not focusing on the story can be a problem too. But it didn't hurt me from watching it because actually I think this one is an excellent Star Wars film and it was a lot better than the Phantom Menace. Although I do appreciate the Phantom Menace still, even with the problems that was first released, but people are now made a cult following after that, which is actually pretty good. I'm glad they did that. Um, so let's go talk about the cast here. So Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, a Jedi Knight and mentor to his Padawan learner Anakin Skywalker, who investigates the assassination attempt upon Padme, leading us to discover the power of a clone army for the Galactic Empire. Oh, oops. I spoil it. I spoil it. No, that's good. Republic. In 10 years since Phantom Menace, he was grown wiser and more powerful in the use of the Force. Natalie Portman's back again as Padme Amidala. She used to be former Queen of Naboo. She's former Queen of Naboo, been elected to be the planet senator and Anakin's love interest. Hayden Christensen, this is his acting debut as Anakin Skywalker. Now, the thing is, before we continue on that one, and Hayden actually got back into the Star Wars franchise, including the Star Wars live action series hit Ahsoka, which is a spin-off for Star Wars Rebels, and he kept it going with that, and also for the Clone Wars. So it's pretty nice to actually get Hayden back as Anakin Skywalker. He's a 19-year-old former slave from Tatooine and Obi-Wan's gifted Padawan apprentice who was assigned to protect Padme, who he falls in love with. He is believed to be the chosen one, and prophecy destined to bring the balance to the Force. 10 years since the Phantom Menace, he was grown powerful but arrogant, and believes that Obi-Wan is holding him back. A large search of actor portrayed Anakin Skywalker was performed. Lucas auditioned various actors, mostly unknown, before casting Christensen. The way Disney special actors in the audition are considered were Jonathan Brandis, which he's not alive anymore, God bless him, Chris Klein, Devin Sawa, not a good choice, Charlie Hunnam, Topher Grace, definitely not a good choice, but he's actually a fan because he's called Puke Skywalker. Eric Kristen Olsen, Joshua Jackson, Joshua Jackson, Eric Von Detten, oh no, Sid, James Vanderbeek, no. Ryan Phillippe, no. Colin Hanks, no. And Paul Walker. Oh, how I missed that guy. Liam Capps also met with Lucas for his role, but he declined as he felt he wasn't ready to take the dive. Co-star Natalie Portman told the magazine that Kristen gave him a good read and he could simultaneously be scary and really young. That's funny. Ian McDiarmid, of course, came back as Palpatine, and he's Darth Sidious, of course, a former senator from Naboo, as well as a secret Sith Lord who's Master's Vincent, Richard Carr is the Supreme Chancellor of the Galactic Empire upon the outbreak of the Clone Wars. Sal Jackson has come back as Mace Windu. Then we got Christopher Reeve as Count Dooku, and his name is Darth Tyrannus, a former Jedi Master and older mentor of Obi-Wan's late master, Qui-Gon Jinn, who is now the puppet leader of the Separatist movement, as well as Darth Sidious' new Sith apprentice and his suspect in Obi-Wan's investigation. Sheesh. Gotta love that. Of course, as Daniel is back to C-3PO, but he's getting fully finished at the end of the movie. We got Kate Baker back as R2-D2, of course. We got Frank Oz back to being Yoda. Just so you know, they decided to have him in CGI in this film than doing puppetry because the way he's doing some different movements, it will be more difficult. So they decided to not to do a puppet, but do a CGI. That's why George Lucas decided to rechange that one from the awful puppetry of Yoda because it looks like he was like, oh man, I'm smoking shit, man. Woo! Yeah. So they decided to get rid of that one and change it to the CGI one. In my opinion, that was a smart choice. I'm glad they did that one. So. Also they got different actors, which I won't mention it, but they got them as their debut of Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen kind of thing, and also Lars, who used to be the wife for Annie's mom. So yeah. Unfortunately, in the story I just watched, when Anakin became more into Darth Vader territory, especially he killed all the Sand people after they killed his mom. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, it was pretty sad. And also we got Tamru Morrison. Actually, he came back for as I think I'm not sure if that's him or someone else that looks like him. Do for the Book of Boba Fett. So yeah. This is his debut. Jengo Fett is about 10 gave his DNA for use for the clone facilities at Kamino for the creation of the clone army. So, and of course, George Lucas wrote and directed just like he did on the last one. So, Okay, so I'll give you a little trivia on this one here. It was one of the first pictures shot completely in high definition digital 24 frame system, and it shows, and it looks beautiful, to be honest. They were only nominated once. It was visual effects for Lost, but however they got nominated seven Razzie Awards, including Worst Picture, Worst Director, George Lucas, Worst Screenplay, George Lucas, Worst Supporting Actor, Hayden Christensen, Worst Supporting Actress, Natalie Portman, Worst Screen Couple, Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman, and Worst Remake or Sequel. It took home 2 awards for Worst Screenplay and Worst Supporting Actor. But I don't give a shit. I thought Hayden wasn't too bad. Yeah, they can say what they want, but yeah. No. Well, to me, I don't think that's a bad thing because now it shows I'm more grown into this film now than I was. Well, actually, I saw this film the first time. This is my first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters, and I thought this is actually a fun thrill ride. Yeah, is it the best of the Star Wars? No. Is it like the original trilogy? No. But it's actually a huge improvement from the Phantom Menace, especially after doing 2 characters actually make one annoying and one annoying for no good reason, even though trying to be humorous, but it didn't work out very well for that one. But Jar Jar Binks actually redeemed himself for this one, and he did came back in the third one, which we'll talk about that later. But it's a very he got a role, but not a very big role, so it makes sense that because Jar Jar Binks still wanted to be acting goofy just like he did on the first one. So yeah, so yeah, that's what I was gonna say about these characters. They're a great job for that one. I do see that they made Hayden Christensen to be arrogant for his powers and stuff like that, which is a good idea. So that way they shows him that he's like, I'm more powerful than any Jedi. Yeah. That's the thing about that. So it doesn't bother me as much for that one. So the only thing that bothered me as much is just only the teen romance thing maybe off-putting for me. That's the only biggest problem for that. Sure, some of the characters might be undeveloped, and it felt that the film is not more complete of the story part and more complete for the visuals and the action and the costumes. Still, I still, I still enjoy it. I thought George Lucas did a good job and tried to do the best he can, as he always does. Try to incorporate these characters and in a nice visual style and great, and the storytelling is still good. Still good. I still enjoy it. It's still a fun thrill ride for me. Um, like I said, yeah, this film is definitely not the best of the franchise, but I still enjoy it for this one. So, let's go to the pros and cons for this one. Pros. Hayden is a definitely better Anakin than Jake Lloyd. Ewan McGregor, I think he's the best actor of this film because he does his best as trying to be Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I thought he's the best character of the film. The clones are awesome, especially with the droid army. Yeah, the droid army. Let's see, something with the droid thing. Maybe it was stupid, but their droid was stupid, and I still enjoy it for that one. The fight sequences are superb, especially when he was riding his Starfire and Jengo Fett uses Slav one. It's probably the same one that they used that for come back for the Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, so going through those missiles and go, boom, and then it goes you and go boom. I tell you that was awesome. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Oh, Jango Fett. Yeah, I thought Jango Fett was a great character on that one there. Christopher Lee, he's an awesome Captain Phil. Yeah, he's more menacing. It's like, yeah, you gotta join me, and we're just gonna destroy the Sith. Unfortunately, he's a Sith though, so Sith happens. So cons, wood acting at some points. Yeah, I do see that, but it can be off-putting for certain people, but not for me. Underdeveloped character development, yeah, it does happen. I think that's the thing is for George Lucas that he's trying to do with storytelling, but unfortunately he didn't develop the characters well enough to balance the force. And then teen romance can be off point. That was my biggest negative thing for that. I think it's unnecessarily, but they have to do something about the romance vibes so that way he'll be a father of twins. Oops. You guys already seen these movies anyway, so there's no spoiler for that one. So yeah, if you haven't seen these films, yeah, the prequel trilogy actually they got more love now than they did first time around. Well, for me, the third one is always my favorite, which we'll be talking about on the next Star Wars film. So now, with all the stuff I said and mentioned to this, and also pros and cons, I was gonna give it B plus, but I think this one's a huge improvement from the first movie. So I decided I'm gonna give it A minus. I still enjoy it for what it is, and that's why I enjoy Star Wars movies, because they're always entertaining, and it entertains me. That makes me a good Star Wars fan. See, Jar Jar Binks so good. Yeah, the funny thing is, the Jar Jar Binks actually tells him, "Make it the powers to the Supreme Cancellor. You kill the Jedi because of that." Yeah, you think Jar Jar Binks is the one who killed the Jedi? No, George Lucas did. Oops, I had to say it, but it's true. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review as much as I did. Yeah, I'll be doing episode 3 next, so stay tuned for that. If you like this and more, like this, give a thumbs up. Comments about the Star Wars franchise, which character you like, dislike, stuff like that below. Also, press the notification button so you can see more live videos like these, and also, of course, subscribe so we can try to get that 100,000 mark, so I can try to get verified for that one. I'm very close to the full partnership there, but I'm not worried about for the money part. I just wanted to get verified for that one, so that's pretty much what I'm going for. So, well, may the force be with you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next review. Have a good day, everyone.